Hi, and thanks for choosing Travel Texas RV. Today I'm going to be showing you our Teardrop. You can see the very front of it right here. Right here, you have your receiver. You need a 2-inch ball, right? You have all the plugins. The metal container right here, metal container. You unlock by pulling down on the rubber straps on both sides. Pull it up. You can see inside, you have your propane tank that will run your stove in the back, your kitchen stove. You just got to make sure it's on. Right here, you have your battery, as well as your battery cutoff and on switch, 30 amp power cord. I also always provide this little converter, converts it to a 110 as well, because you never know. And then your wheel chocks as well. Continuing on to the side, you have your cabin doors, which the cabin doors are opened up with a purple key right there, those two locks right there. We'll go inside there in a second. Continuing on over here, we have a few different options. Down here is where you're going to plug that 30 amp power cord in there to provide power to the RV. In here, this is your water connections. So you have your onboard water. It's a 10-gallon tank. Just hold a hose in there, fill it up if you like. If you don't have a water source, you can always use a water tank. And then you have your city water connection right there if you do have a water source. So the city water is where you're going to plug that fresh water hose into. It should, have enough pressure to run your sinks and all that. If you use the water, onboard water, you'll need to activate the water pump. City water, you don't need the water pump. Pressure is going to be enough. The onboard water, you do need the water pump. Down here in this container, this is a spray port. You can see I have a spray hose in here that connects right here. Just a little handheld spray in case you need to rinse anything off. Continuing on to the back, to the trunk right here. This is where the kitchen is located. As you can see, here's the kitchen. Now starting over here, you have your sink. You see you have a button right here to activate your water pump if you're using the onboard water. You won't need to use that if you're plugged into city water. All right, you have your accent light as well. Sink right there, down underneath. You can see your water tank in the back right here. This is the bag I keep the freshwater hose in with the filter and all that. Just a little soaps and stuff for you as well. Trash can, some paper towels. Up here, you have your stove. It's a manual light, so you'll just make sure your gas propane tank is turned on. You'll turn on the gas and then use a lighter to light it as well. Down here, you have your microwave. Over here, a few plugins. You have some USB, some 12 volts, 110s, and then you have your cooler as well to keep your stuff cold. All right, and that is the back. Around the other side, you have your spare tire. Hopefully you don't need it, but you have it if you do. And then you have the other main cabin entry. So if we go into this cabin, you can kind of see around inside. All right, first off the shades, you can see you can open and close them real easily just with your hand by sliding them. All right, and you can see good size sleeping area in here. You have your heater, which is run using this remote on the wall right here. And you have your AC as well. Both those will need to be plugged into power to use. All right, you have lots of plugs around, as you can see, everywhere. You have your lights, all right? Some safety features. There's the fire extinguisher and the smoke detector. All right, you also have options on both sides. You can see plugs over, or light switches over there, light switches over here. Those are for the ceiling lights and for the outside porch lights as well. And you have a vent as well right there. Hopefully you found this video helpful in seeing our Teardrop, and thanks again for choosing Travel Texas RV.